Well, happy Friday and welcome to another edition of From the Shore, the official online video of the Skaneateles Journal and Skaneatelesjournal.com. I am your editor, Jonathan Monfiletto.
And I'm reporter Christopher Malone. We have a very special announcement to make that Jonathan and I are Team Thayer.
We are Team Thayer.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make t-shirts and everything.
Yeah.
That comes from earlier this morning. Chris posted a photo of himself, not really his foot, and Thayer Park and Skaneateles in the background, of a nice view of Skaneateles Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our Twitter followers, Paul, I think he said that he likes Thayer Park, and I commented, yeah, he said that Thayer was better than Cliff Park, and I said, well, both are great parks, of course, but I like the fact that Thayer is kind of removed from the hustle and bustle of downtown, I called it, and then he tweeted back, hashtag Team Thayer. So,
yep. Paul,
it's official.
Yep.
We're Team Thayer.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks for joining the team, Paul.
There's three of us
great
right
chatting
now.
with you. Yeah. So maybe there'll be a rival like Team Cliff pop up or something. We'll see. Both seriously though, both parks are great. They're great additions to the community. Not really additions per se. They've been there for way longer than any of us have ever been alive, really. But it was neat to kind of have that exchange this morning. It just shows that personal community aspect we like to bring to our readers and followers and whatnot. So
I'm glad
thanks
people
for
are participating.
Yeah. And speaking of participating, I guess we'll start with the news. Or books, either one. We had some great fundraisers going on last week. Right on the front page of the paper, I covered the longest day, which is actually a national event. I came to find out. I didn't realize that until this year. But there's a bridge group in Skaneateles that calls themselves the Mixed Nuts, and they put on a bridge marathon at the country club. Literally a marathon. It was from 5:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. last Wednesday to raise funds for the Alzheimer's Association. And I got to talk to Ann Lynn, who is one of the members of the group as well as the organizer of this event. And she says, you know what, Alzheimer's has affected all of our members in one way or another, whether it's a member themselves or a family member. She said, we really want to join this fight and find a cure for us and for our children and grandchildren. So it was a neat event. It looked like they were having lots of fun. I went there about midday, and there were probably about 40 people playing at the time, and about 90 people total participated in the event. So, and I'm told that they, as of the paper coming out, they had raised $14,000 towards their $15,000 goal, with more money still coming in. So check out the article either in print or online to find out how you can contribute to that effort. And then
on Friday I went to the Vincent House fundraiser, the Skaneateles Guild. It was held at the house of Eric Allen and Meg O'Connell, and every year they have this event, this fundraiser, to provide funds and opportunities for Vincent House, which is part of Catholic Charities in Syracuse. And Vincent House is a after-school program for students to have fun, participate, learn, grow, develop in a safe atmosphere. And one of the students, his name is Joseph Grant. He's featured right here with the picture with Justin Mann, who runs the program at Vincent House. He spoke to everybody. Mike Muller of Catholic Charities, he was very grateful, and I'm going to say a few words, but this is going to be about Joseph, and he's going to talk a little bit longer than I did, and he absolutely did, and it's coming from someone who has developed and learned and has benefited significantly from this program. And it was fun to hear his little anecdote about playing basketball, how his game was garbage, as he said, and now he plays for Fowler High School. And he had the opportunity to play against Jim Boeheim's son, which he went into a little story about that as well. So it's nice to see this community outreach from one side of the county to another part of the county, and to help these students and offer this 1 week out of a 6-week summer program to have fun, to participate at Lord's Camp.
Yeah, and I kind of led with that community aspect that we strive for in our work every day, and that's kind of been on the brain lately, because I got this book called Country Journalism, and Paulette Quinn of the Friends of the Marcellus Free Library. I didn't find out today that Chris had gotten one too, but I guess you dropped off
I got
books
a book.
for us a couple of weeks ago. And they just had their book sale the week before, so I guess these were on the leftovers or what. But we're very thankful for those gifts. And my book, it was written in 1928, so nearly 90 years ago, when it kind of focuses on, as the name kind of implies, small town country weekly newspaper editors of the time. But I started reading it the other day, and it's a lot of it. What it has to say is so true for what we do today in 2015. Like I said, we like getting involved in our community, not just doing stories, but getting to know people and participating in events and going to things. And so if you check out the From the Shore blog tomorrow afternoon, I have a first piece in what I plan to be a series on kind of my thoughts of what's in this book and what it tells me and others about our career field. So,
and I think the biggest change is just the digital platform. All the other fundamentals are the same.
Absolutely, which I think I'm sure I'll get to that eventually in the blog. I'm only one chapter in. I kind of plan on doing it kind of a chapter at a time. But I think you're so right. But the technology has changed. Kind of the way we do things has changed a little bit. But for me, that personal touch that we bring with our weekly in three communities is not changed, and I don't plan to ever change it. I think it's a great business model, but just a great humanity model. It's great. So, what about your book? Have you had a chance
I haven't had a chance to tap into this yet. It's called The Last Cathedral. It's about the Washington Cathedral, or the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. But I have this weird affinity for a variety of things. I love pictures of doors and windows. I love cemeteries, but I love cathedrals and churches. No matter the denomination, I'm curious to go inside, see what's within the walls, especially being abroad.
I was just going to say that. We've both been to Italy, and I just love visiting the cathedrals and the churches, just obviously as a place of worship, but just like the architecture and the art that is involved in them is just so neat to see. So I hope you
it's more than just religion, and it's an art. It's definitely an art. So I can't wait to tap into this and see what's going on. So
you plan to blog about it?
Yeah, I will blog about it. Yeah.
I think I've started a trend.
Yeah.
Team Thayer.
Team Thayer.
Well, what do we have coming out next week?
Little Free Library, speaking of books.
Speaking of books,
yeah. Marcellus Free Library has established their Little Free Library in Marcellus Park. I got the Italian.
I noticed I was going on earlier, so no shame in that.
Anyways, the Little Free Library is right next to the playground, and it's filled with a lot of children's books. And it was done purposefully like that. I talked to Robin and Renee at Marcellus Free Library, and they want to have students and children to come enjoy this book. As if they're just sitting around, they're tired, they don't want to go on the slide anymore. But I don't know who'd be tired of going on slides. But they feel free to take a book, read it, replace it, and then take out another one.
Yeah, how does that work? Do you sign out the book, or are you just free to take it and replace it with something else?
I know they keep track of the books, and it's so far it has a great reception, and cool. Yeah, I think it's based on a merit system.
Sure.
Go in, take the book out, replace it, so others can enjoy it.
Sure. Well, I have a story coming out next week about the lake story, or the more formal title is the Invasive Species Monitoring Program at Skaneateles Lake and through the Skaneateles Lake Association, and these are young men and women, typically high schoolers, college age, that are at the boat launches. They are at the DEC boat launch about 2 miles up from the village in Skaneateles, the town boat launch out a little bit farther south in Mandana, and then there used to be one out in the Glen Haven area further down the lake, but no longer. And they just check boats for invasive species, make sure they're not carrying anything into the water. And as we all know, Skaneateles Lake is one of the cleanest, purest bodies of water in the country, and they aim to keep it that way. So it was great to kind of go down and check out what they're doing and just see the care and the concern they have for the lake, because it really is a symbol of our community. You really, when you think about it, when you think of Skaneateles, you do think of the lake. Yeah. So it's a great program, and hopefully it was a great story. So I know it was fun to cover. So
Yeah.
Well, that's about all we got for you now. We need to go rest up for graduation.
Yeah, we're
Marcellus
graduating
on Sunday and
finally.
Skaneateles on Sunday.
They're
We're not graduating. We've already graduated a long time ago.
Yeah.
But we still have to go every year. No,
Yeah.
we enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm covering Marcellus, so I'll be there in the auditorium, checking out what, especially what Craig Tice has to say. As
This will be his last
speech.
graduation, yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, actually, this will be Ken Slentz's first at
Yeah.
Skaneateles to see what they have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Skaneateles tentatively scheduled to graduate in Cliff Park. I'm looking at the weather report. I'm trying to be optimistic, but I hate to say it. I don't think it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They do have the Austin Park Pavilion on standby.
Yeah.
But
Still, they're going to jump in the lake, right?
Well, I don't know. Someone suggested they should use the YMCA pool, which would be a neat idea. But
I say if
I'm
it's not
told-
thundering or lightning, then
I learned a while back there's only been one time in the whole, I think, 40-something year history that they've been doing this tradition of jumping in the lake that it hasn't happened. So this could be number 2, or maybe we'll get lucky. We'll see. So we'll sign off with a big congratulations to all of the high school graduates graduating this weekend, and best of luck in your future endeavors, and
have fun.
just have fun. Yeah, definitely have fun.
Be responsible and have fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, as always, follow me on Twitter at @scan_Monfiletto, and of course #Team Thayer.
Scan_Malone and #Team Thayer.
All right. Have a great weekend, and thanks for watching.